it's Gwathorn from Gwathorn's Games, and I am running the free-to-play champion. And I'm heading into the Barrow Downs. So, I go back out a little bit, and you see I was in Bree. I previously had come through here, come round, went back to the milestone, ran over here into the Barrow Downs. So the intention is to come in here, do some more Slayer deeds, and get closer to level 20. Level 20, the character is going to start to rock, but until then, I'm going to have to start doing things like taking out Bargests. Okay, so we've got Slayer deeds for Bargests. Now I'll also mention that I upgraded all that level 15 gear that I bought. I'm using, and the level 15 two-handed weapon is now being used as well. I bought that from Bree, inside Bree itself, just down here at the you can see where the heavy armor smith is and the two-handed weapon smith. Just on the road, on the second exit out towards Stattle and Combe. Okay, so let's keep some more of these. So I still haven't got riding skill. Double click to target and close. Second, third hit of a skill once you've closed to actually use it. Unless it's a ranged attack, in which case it'll work on the second hit. But as I said, I'm just in the process of picking up some Bargests. So I'm going over to just over here, in actual fact. Now, doing the spiders and the spider slayer deeds over in the Midwater Marshes rather than here did make it just a little bit easier for me to come into this area, because this is level 18 and things are orange. Just that little bit easier for me to get in. So I'm now at the Barrow of Taradon, which is just inside, and there is another set of Slayer deeds that are in here. Now you can see this is level 20. I may not be able to do that yet, but I would love to be able to come in here. There are spiders in here that have another set of Slayer deeds, but what I'm actually going to do, I'm going to give it a go. It is 5 levels higher than I am. I'm going to give it a go. I can run back out the door if I get in trouble. And that's given me my Wight Slayer deed. It's also given me the Barrow Wardens in Barrow Downs deed as potential to go through, as well as the Cardolan Prince. So I'm gradually accumulating more and more Slayer deeds. Now if I get just inside here, you'll see there are Barrow Spiders. Now I want to take out those as well for the Slayer deeds. At level 20 they're a little bit too hard, so I'll do them later, but now I've got another set of Slayer deeds. And this instance, this Barrow goes, you can go all the way through, go to the other end and then just wait for the respawns and then just come back. So I will go and do those between now and the next video, but I just wanted to at least show you that they were there. Let's pick up another Bargest, and we have some more Wights that we can take out. Journals of the Cardolan. Now while I'm here, I will show you the location of the only really interesting quest series that I would contemplate doing with this character. That's for the I haven't actually got any of the trinkets yet, so I won't worry about that. I'll keep going, keep pulling out Wights. The Wights are on the list. Let's keep going. Oops, I've pulled that. I don't really want the rats, so I'll just keep running. And we'll go down this slope here. And there's a group of quests that are down here. And the reputation items that you get from running the instances, running the barrows, is you can't use them until you've actually reached level 20 and you've done these quests. So these and the second round. So
how can I be of
actually go to sell everything that I've got. There's nothing really interesting that's picked up. Sell it all. Just get rid of it all. But yeah, you'll want to take the Tobold Leaf Cutters first and second round of quests to get access to those. So I'll just run back where we are. Now, as I said, I don't have a horse at this point. I am in. If you decide to use an elf, a dwarf, a hobbit, or a human, then you should be able to get your horse as part of the introduction quests. In introduction, the opening, the starter area that I did with the high elf doesn't have it. I can go and get it, but it involves getting mithril and involves doing a ride to Mosswood. I may end up riding to Mosswood in a later video, but not as a primary aim. Okay, so this character is good enough to take out the that's where the quests, some of the quests are. It's good enough to take out creatures all the way around here. I'm just going to keep moving through the North Barrows into the South Barrow Downs. So I'm going to come up this road here and head down to the south. There are more quests available. That's Bargest. I'll take the Bargest while I've got the opportunity. You can see all the creatures up to level 20. I'm pretty much able to handle all of those now just with that level 15 gear. Now, as I said, there's another set of quest givers over here. So where it says 2 Southern Bree Fields, there's a whole heap of them, and you probably want to grab some of those if you're doing the quests. But I'm going to keep going, because there are other Slayer deeds that I want to show you. And then, as I said, I'm going to be doing all of these. Great Barrow, Gordath, and Northern Barrows. I'll actually do those. Take out the Bargest. Keep following the hill. Oh, won't take that one. I'll leave that for a later time. Okay, so now we're in the South Barrows. And everything's turned red, which is fine. It's now much higher level than I am. But I'm going to keep going. I'm going to keep pushing it. This character should be good enough to push it. Might take a little bit longer, but should be able to do that. Should be able to do it. Okay, another journey, another. Yeah, just here should be. Oops, not this one. Yep, Gotham. So that's another one of these. And these picked up. Great Barrow, Ostgorad, and Northern Barrows. Okay, so. There's a whole heap of things to pick up through here. More whites. Keep doing it. And I'll take you to the other. So what we've got here is the Slayer Deeds. You can see the Bargests. See the Bargest. I haven't shown you the Huorns yet, and I haven't shown you the Orcs, but I've shown you the Wights. So the Orcs and the Huorns are the only things remaining in this list. So let's get some more of these, clear our way. Actually doing a bit of healing. Not that I really need it, but I'll get it out. Bargests are getting higher levels, so it's now 6 levels higher than me. So it's definitely getting harder. But still pushing through. I'll go over to the Great Barrow while I'm here. Pick things up along the way. There's the Great Barrow there. A little bit hard to miss with the wording. Pick up another Bargest. As I said, my intention is to get this character to level 20, and I'm going to pick up as many Slayer Deeds as I can get my hands on in the process of getting there. I could have done some of it via questing, but oh, I've got a rat after me. Okay, I'll take the rat out. Thought I avoided that. It's going to make it easier to get to these guys. Okay, and there's more quests down here at the Great Barrows, but they're more related to the Great Barrows itself. That's where Tom Bombadil was. Okay, there's the Great Barrows off the list. Now, I will continue on this way, avoiding everything just because my intention is to show you where things are rather than actually do the fighting at this point. Oh, I might have to take that Bargest out. No, I can avoid it. Good. Okay. Coming over this hill, I'll take out that Wight while I'm here. Now there's a lot of Wights and a lot of Bargests. Well, not a lot, but an amount. This is going to be interesting, but the fact that it pushes me is going to be okay. Okay, that's another one gone. I got out of that, so I've still got some debuffs, but there's not much I can do about those. Now, down here is one of the important locations in the South Barrows. Now, my character is not going to be strong enough to be able to run it at this point, but I'm going to show it to you, and I will run it later when the character goes up a couple of levels. I'll see if I can get around the edge and go into it. I'm going to have something here. Now, as just with the Brood Hunter deed, Slayer deed, there is also another page of the Cardinal Land. Let's just run straight in. Okay, so this barrow is really quite important for characters that are people that are trying to level. So what we've got here is we've got the Grave Diggers, which is this Slayer deed. We've got the Law of the Cardinal and Prince, which is this deed, and we've got Barrow Wardens, which is sorry, not Barrow Wardens. We've got the Wight Slayers, which is this. So 3 of those deeds are in here. Now we've you also get the Barrow Spirits. Now you'll notice that these are orange around the portrait, and they're red here. These are more difficult creatures, even more difficult than the ones that I was trying to take out before. But this barrow, if you go in and around, and come back out, you can go round and round and round in this, and it is where I'm going to be leveling the character up to level 20. And I'll be getting some reputation items while I do it, but I just won't be doing it right now because I don't want the character to die, and 4 signature creatures in a row is going to be a bit too hard. So I'll try and get out of here. Okay, I'll just keep running. There's a Bargest chasing me. Okay, let's take the Bargest out. So I'm going to be doing all of these Slayer deeds before the next video, and hopefully that will get me to level 20. As I said, I could be doing all of these quests, but I just decided that this would be a no quest run, and I'll go from there. So we're heading down to the very southern end of the Southern Barrens. And what we have down here are the Huorns and some angry bears, but we'll try and avoid the angry bears. And we'll go down and we'll say hello to one or two of the Huorns if we get a chance. Now my character may not be strong enough to do this yet because I have travelled all the way down to the Southern Barrens, but it is 6 levels higher than me, and it is a signature, and it's going to be difficult for me. But what I will do is, if the character dies, then I'll come back and I'll start from the entrance of the barrows again anyway. But let's go and have some fun. Okay, here it comes. I'll do some damage reduction just because. Okay, I haven't done any damage to it yet. I'll have to do that bracing attack to get my health back up again. Through everything. Hopefully I'll have enough armor to be able to survive. Do some damage reduction. I'm actually going to use a healing potion just to get myself back up a bit. Okay, got it. So we also have, there's another, I'll actually pick up whatever the Hobbit present was. Okay, it was some virtue and a skirmish soldier. Okay, so that was fine. You'll get those every day. Just they're usually nothing really important, but Might try another one. So, but as I said, there are 20 of those in the first round, and then there's another 40 of them in the second round. So they're all located down the south along the edge, and that's the other Slayer deed. So what I'm actually going to do is I'm going to return, because I've shown you the Slayer deeds that I want to show you, and you can pick these up. They are there. They do turn up red on the mini-map, but you'll shortly be able to identify what they look like. They are harder than the others, but as I said, it's one of the Slayer deeds that's here. The only other Slayer deed that needs to be done is needs to be done for Bree is the Orcs. I've completely missed the Shire Slayer deeds, and the only reason I did that is because the Bree Slayer deeds, the creatures are a little bit higher level, as you can see. The Shire creatures only go up to about level 15, and I wasn't going to get a huge amount of experience out of those. I'd still get the Slayer deeds. I'd still get so I'm now back at South Bree where I set the milestone. I still get the Slayer deeds, and I still get the LOTRO points.
What can I do for you?
Okay, so I could go to Comb, but what I'm actually going to go to, none of the other things are available to me. As you know, Forsaken Inn, that's right, I went to there before. I will go to Minas Tirith, the Midsummer Festival, which is one of the few swift travels that free-to-play can actually take from South Bree. And this is a quick trip to where Aragorn's wedding was. And from here, you can head in. So, Midsummer Festival, and you'll find that there are stable points here which are interesting. There's one on the left, and there's another one on the right. The one on the right you can't actually use until you're level 20, but I will be using those quite frequently in actual fact to get between South and South and West Bree. The stable master here lets me go to Thorin's Gate, so I can get from South Bree, swift travel up to the Midsummer, and then get back out to the western side of everything via the Midsummer, which is what I wanted. I'm back in Thorin's Gate, and now I'm going to swift travel back to West Bree. There is a swift travel between West Bree and South Bree. Free-to-play characters can't get there, but as long as you do that jump via the Midsummer Festival, which is always there, you can get between South and West Bree. Okay, now it'll take a few seconds for that to load, but that's okay. Now I'm going to open the gifts that I've received. 5 tokens of sun. So I've got a wrapped horn whistle, among other things, and I've got some quests that have just popped up, and that's a gift for a homeowner. So these are all just a bit junky, but all known travel routes, regardless of their restrictions, are available and free. This effect continues to expire in game time. I've got 1 hour and 1 minute to do it. Now I'm going to put it there. Yeah, so I can also summon a rideable horse for 24 hours. That's also an option. These come from leveling up. Gradually, it is filling my inventory, which is the main reason why I haven't been opening these up. But I'm going to open them up now because I'm running. I'll probably end up just dropping those in my bank. But you know, that's the way of it. So I am going to go, and you can see that Moss Ward is, you must be a subscriber or have played this character while a subscriber, but you can get more mithril coins, and it is locked out. If you actually use the writ of special passage, I'll actually do that. So I've now used it, right-clicked on it.
What do you need?
Now, if I go down to Moss Ward, I can actually travel there for free, which is what I want to do. This is part of the new expansion. You can see that there's coins on top of all the characters for quests, but I'll actually tag the stable so I can get to other locations from here. This is at least temporary, but if I come in here, what I can do now is talk to Scardy, do a little bit extra never hurts.
Durance folk shall endure, as we always have.
I'll increase the font size on that. Okay, it can only be done once per server. It gives me 10 LOTRO points, which is really nice.
Aye.
But it does give me a second option, which gives me a riding characteristic and a little extra steed. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to unlock that by going to the store, unlocking the store, and going to the store and purchasing the item. Okay, purchasing success. Okay, so I've done that. Now I'll close the store, and accepting the quest and completing the quest
Durance folk shall endure, as we always have.
has now given me a riding skill. Now I can do that there, or I could pull that out from under skills, go to mounts, and there it is. Okay, so I now have a riding ability. And just to show you that, my character can now ride. Okay, so I have available to me some more time for the riding skills. I still can't travel to the other locations, but I was able to get to Moss Ward. But okay, I'll head back to West Bree, which is what my intention was to do with it before that sidetrack. And I'm going to go and show you the orc. I actually got those LOTRO points, and there's a quest item that I picked up, which I will actually decline it because I don't really want it. And I'm actually going to go riding to Hengstadter Farm. So I've now got the riding skill. And I'm going to actually look at my character to see if there's anything else that I can have. I'm not going to use cosmetic outfits, although I probably should. The writing's gone a little bit crazy, but that's okay. I have one more point to put in. I'm actually going to put it into improved raging blade. Pretty much every level you'll get an extra point at the start, so it's nice to keep looking back at that. I haven't got to level 17 yet, so I haven't got my extra out of combat run speed, which is one of the reasons why I was doing this. But yeah, I've got confidence to build up as a virtue trait and valor to build up as a virtue trait. The fifth one, you will eventually unlock 5. I've got 4 going at the moment. It can be interesting what you choose, but these are all different. But usually prefer to have a resistance one and a bit of mitigation, so tolerance is probably the one I'll go for as 5th. This has will in it, which is fine, but I've chosen predominantly the finesse critical and might criticals and finesse and criticals. You can tell that there's a theme going along here. I haven't chosen the will. The character, being a heavy armoured character, is might based, essentially might focused. So okay, we're still going on that ride. Oh, actually, I was going to move the dismount button. I like having it down on the bottom right. Control / will allow you to move a lot of stuff around. Now there is a second trait configuration which I will probably use once I get to level 20, but at this point in time I think that is it. I am not doing any crafting with this character. It's not my intention to craft, but crafting is available to those people that want to do it. Now up here, now reset. So I've got a couple of things.
What do you need?
If I had a receipt for purchase, I could actually get a different horse with a much faster riding skill, but a horse master, browse the shop. That's a 62% speed, which is much better than the 32% you're actually given initially. I actually think I would like to ride a blonde steed, so I'll buy that. I've got enough gold to be able to do that. Now if I go into my mounts, I've got a second one which has a much faster ride speed, and as long as I'll actually show you the difference between these two. This one runs at 32%, so I'll head out this way. You can see it's okay. I mean, it's nothing to write home about. In fact, but we'll go to the 62% ride speed, and that's actually much better. I mean, that's actually a speed that you could run with especially for a free-to-play character. Okay, so I'm heading towards the orcs. So I'll just stop here for a second, show you the map. I'm up here. The orcs are all around this area. So I'm going to start, I'll get a bit closer, and then I'm going to start taking out some orcs if I get the chance. So drop back onto the road. And here they are. Some orcs. Okay, so I now have a new deed, which is Enmity of the Orcs, and I've got the Orc Slayer, which is good. I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 quests or deeds just sitting there. That is the maximum number. Now, because I've increased the size of all of this, they are right down the bottom. I don't really mind, but so there's a whole heap of orcs up there, and okay, I've got the horse now. There are a whole heap of orcs over here in this camp. So these are the locations where you'll want to get all of your Slayer deeds for orcs. Okay, so I've shown you where all the Slayer deeds are for the rest of Bree, and I will just ride to Trestlebridge, and that will do. So, as I said, I will complete a whole lot of these. I'll get the character to level 20 as a priority, and when I've got that, then I will be ready for the next video. Now, if you've got this far, then what I'm going to be doing is I'm going to be running instances with this character. There are not a lot of instances available, just some epic battles because I'm less than level 20, but when I hit level 20, I will start getting access to a lot of more instances, and I will go for that. So this is Trestlebridge. There's more quests up here, and I'll just get the milestone. I'll just get the stable master.
Greetings.
And we'll go from there. But thank you all for watching, and as I said, this will change moving forward because I'll reach level 20 and I will start running some instances with this character. But thanks everyone for watching. Catch you next time. Bye.